What up, YouTube? It's Holy Joe Rock and Roll. Huh? Spring is here? What is this? What happened to the global ice age? Hey man, maybe I was premature, but there's obviously been a thawing in a lot of places. What happened yesterday? Market dropped 265 points. Talking about the Dow. Gold dropped 100 and something, $150 down to around, I don't know, 12 something. Listen, this is about gold. All the fear and doom and the preppers and stackers. How do you feel now if you've been buying gold at $1,800, $1,900? Huh? It's coming down. The time to buy gold was back in 2001 when everybody was doing .com bomb and it was $250 an ounce. That was the time to buy gold. And I'm really tired of these, what can I say? Okay, they had been right for 10 years, 12 years. Gold did go up for 10 years or so, year on year. But there comes a time when the fear trade is over, and why is gold collapsing? I mean, people are trying to blame it on a couple of hedge funds who had some long positions or short positions and had to cover, so they liquidated their gold. Does that make any sense? There is no shortage of gold anywhere. Go on eBay, go on any of these websites. Everybody's selling gold. Gold coins, gold bars, gold bullion. There's no shortage of gold. Now, people are saying that they're buying gold as an alternative currency, as a hedge against inflation, which hasn't come. A hedge against inflation, a hedge against fiat currencies. Look, I'm not saying that you should or should not have gold in your portfolio. I don't have any gold. I mean, come on. I would rather buy some land or buy some real assets that can produce a dividend, like real estate. You can rent out your real estate and you can earn some money, or you can rent out a room and help pay the mortgage or pay your rent or whatever. Gold doesn't pay a dividend, and you can't eat gold. And, you know, again, I mean, there is that fear that this fiat currency and the printing presses, blah, 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 QE infinity, it hasn't happened. Why hasn't it happened? I mean, is it just that all these doom and gloom guys have been wrong? You know, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be prepared, or, you know, I'm not saying you shouldn't put away a few things, right? And you should definitely save some money and invest your money for the future. But I'm tired of the talking heads. Oh, let me just follow up. The people who are pushing gold, the gold bugs, have been continually saying that for the last 10, 12 years, gold has always gone up, so you should buy gold. That was the reason for the rationale for buying gold, and also as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against all these fiat currencies. Now, what do they say when gold collapses? If you don't own any gold, that would be a good time. I think it's a good time to buy gold because the price, you're getting in at a good entry point. Maybe it's time to buy some assets that pay dividends. Maybe it's time to buy, real assets that make sense, that you can live off, that you can eat off of. Land, for instance. If you had some land, I don't know, 5 ounces of gold, even at $1,200, what is that? $10,000. Can you buy a couple acres? I mean, sure, in upstate New York, it was $500 an acre. So you could buy, what is that? 20 acres? 20 acres and a mule for 5 ounces of gold, upstate New York. And, you know, I mean, maybe the prices have gone up now that they've discovered the shale gas. But wouldn't that be a more prudent investment? I'm just saying, for the long term. Land, God ain't producing any more of that, right? But you can get more gold. Now, here's the other thing about gold. Let's say gold versus other commodity metals, say silver. Silver is an industrial metal. Silver has incredibly good conductivity properties and other properties, also used in some medical devices. And silver is, like stainless steel, has fire. But gold, you know, they say that 90% of the gold that's ever been found is still in circulation. Because what is gold? Gold is for jewelry, it's for coins, it's for stashing and stacking. There is really very little industrial use for gold because it's so expensive. Gold teeth used to be gold teeth, but now we have porcelains, we have, you know, fake ceramics for your teeth, which are a lot cheaper than gold. Gold fillings, people aren't using that shit anymore. What else? So the demand for gold is really kind of like the demand for LASIK surgery, right? It's optional. It's optional procedure. It's an optional thing. There's no real demand for gold, and you can change, right? If gold is too expensive, jewelry is too expensive, you can switch to platinum or palladium. For instance, I know people who recently got married when gold was like $1,800 an ounce. They didn't want to buy gold. They bought palladium, which was cheaper than gold. Whatever, so there are alternatives even in the jewelry market. Silver, I mean, okay, you are kind of subject to the whims of industrial production and growth of the economy, but there are industrial uses for silver. And okay, maybe it is the poor man's gold, but if there is going to be a collapse of the currencies, silver, in my opinion, makes a lot more sense. Down at $23 an ounce, at least on the spot price, you can have a lot more silver, and for your day-to-day activities, silver is going to make a lot more sense than gold, right? Holy Joe Rock and Roll saying this is not meant to be financial advice. Please speak to your financial advisor before you make any moves. I cannot be responsible for any wins or losses based upon this video blog. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Holy Joe Rock and Roll. I'm not a lawyer, but I play one on TV. Peace out.